Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we rescued Zora eggs from around the Great Bay, and we learned a sweet new song, the New Wave Bossa Nova. Oh, you're talking to me. I'm going to gaze into the telescope because I don't want a moon steer at this point, though I will at some point in the future. But yes, this episode, we're going to start off by learning a very different song. Talk to this scarecrow here, and he'll ask you a question. Tell him no. He'll ask you then another question. Tell him no. He's basically telling us about, he's letting you skip forward and he's telling you about the song of double and inverted time, which we know about, but he says, that's too bad. In any case, let me hear a song written by you, baby. Oh yeah, baby, that's a nice thing you got there. Let me hear a song you wrote on that. So this is much like an Ocarina of Time. You can teach him any 8-note song that's not any of the ones that's already in the game, as the Scarecrow song. Make it something memorable, and just to make things a little easier for yourself, I would make it something that you can play, quickly. So I'm going to do this. Because I can do that very quickly, and it's quite quick to play. Like, Link plays it back at the same speed that you play it. Because you use it quite a lot, it's handy just to be able to go whoop quickly. Anyway, let's head out to just outside the west entrance of Clocktown. So here, good one. We could have done this as soon as we got the Zora mask. I'm just doing it now since we're doing a bit of an explore around Termina and getting some new stuff. There's this boulder here. If you blow it up with a bomb, you will find a little grotto underneath it. Or not, apparently. Got to actually hit it properly with a bomb first. Wonderful, down we go. And there's various things to shoot. There's a very strange enemy here called a Bio-Deku-Baba, which basically if you shoot it... Oh, balls, I didn't want a bomb. Well, that'll work, I suppose. Excellent. That dislodges it. We'll deal with it in a second. There is also some beehives to shoot on the roof. Do you remember, by the way, I think I'll just talk about this now while we've got time, there was the weird side quest where you had to wake up, where you had to change the 4 statues, gossip stones to the same colour. We need the Zora mask to get down here and finish the job off. Oh, bugger. There we go. What the? Get down, man. There we go. Yes, we needed the Zora masks to... we needed to play the Sonata of Awakening we did for 4 Gossip Stones to change them to the same colour. We used the Pipes of Awakening, which is the Deku Pipes and the Sonata of Awakening. You can also use the Drums of Sleep, which is the Goron Bongos and the Goron Lullaby, or we now have access to the Guitar of Waves, which is the Zora Link's fishbone guitar, playing the New Wave Bossa Nova, which we now have access to. So that's quite cool that we have 3 options for changing those colours. There is a 4th one we haven't got to yet. But you can do it as soon as you've got the Sonata Awakening, so there's no need for us to do it again at all. Over here, now, we have got some... You'll notice I have soared to Snowhead, but we're not actually going straight to Snowhead, we're going back down the way a bit. And Zora Link is useless here, so we want to switch to Goron. And we also need the Lens of Truth on. Have I got any magic? I've got a lot of magic, excellent. Because we need to start rolling. And, oh no, we don't. Ah, oh, that was bad. So, you can see our target there is that piece of heart over there. And we can kind of get over to it by those platforms that you can see. But we would not have been able to do this when we first came here, and you will see why in a second, because it's just too far to reach. Because we'll notice, oh, I've got to switch off Goron Link, because Goron Link cannot jump. But with this on, we can hop all the way over here, and we can get mostly there. How do we make the final bit of distance? Well, you notice that Navi is flying blue over there. Let's play that song we just learned, or at least made up with. That's the Scarecrow song, which makes the Scarecrow appear. What's useful about that, you say? He is a viable grapple point. Over we go, and grab the piece of heart. Wonderful. Now, I've got 2 bits of business in the swamp. So let's sort that. So first off, we've got this guy here, and we can buy some magic beans off him, except we don't have any money. Well, that is too bad, you're quite right. Okay, right, take 2. Let's put the bunny hood on, and here, this way I can actually do something I need to do over here anyway. Let's grab a bottle instead of the Lens of Truth, and head back onto the road to the Southern Swamp. Because if you remember, in order to use magic beans, which we need to do in a second, you need 2 things. You need fresh water and you need magic beans. We can get fresh water from this little spring over here, and fortunately as well, I know there's some money nearby, because my 2 money trees, well, the money bushes are up there. So first off, you filled your bottle with spring water. I'm reading that out because last episode I was burned somewhat by not getting stuff in bottles properly, and I wanted to make sure I hadn't picked up another damn fish there. So that's why I was being perhaps a little bit careful. With that done, let's head back to the scrub. See, if it's raining, you don't need water for the plants to grow, but I think it won't be raining in Great Bay. I'll have to make sure. Well, I won't make sure. I'll find out one way or the other anyway. But anyway, let's buy a bean from him. And with that, we can now soar back to the Great Bay. I should talk at this point as well about the soaring map. So you'll notice it's got little animations on it. Each of the 4 regions is being messed up by something, and you can see that on the map. You can't see the Woodfall one particularly well, but there's that nasty aura in the purple swamp, and that goes away if you cure that. There's the blizzard at Snowhead, and that goes away if you defeat Snowhead, and then there's the dragon vortex twister thing, or whatever the fuck it's called, dragon storm going on at Great Bay, which obviously we have not sorted out yet. Nor have we done any of the other ones in this particular cycle, but it's kind of cool to see them visualised on the map. Anyway, we need to, first off, fish up. And I think I was correct, yes, in saying that it's not raining in Great Bay. It's only in Termina Field and Woodfall, where it rains on the 2nd day. Anyway, what we need to do is work our way out in the bay a little bit to this area over here. So, here you will notice we have got some hookshot points. You'll notice as well, I'm not sure if I've actually shown it before, but oh, that moon's getting real close. I suppose it's midday on the 2nd day. There's some hookshot points over here, and you'll notice there, yeah, when I equipped the beans over the slot that's got the Zora mask on, we automatically transform off. I guess it's kind of limit your... I don't know why they do it necessarily. Well, it feels a bit somewhat irritating, but yeah, if you don't have a mask equipped, you can't be wearing it, I suppose, is the logic behind it there. But hey, as you can see here, plant a bean, grow the bean, and this one takes you, like, literally a few feet in the air. That's as far as you need to get on it, and then, ooh, there's another blue navy over there, and we know what that means. Oh, I've cocked it up. Oh, no. I know you ended up doing the Prelude of Light by accident there. There we go. Normally I'm quite quick at doing it, and it just Link plays it very quickly, but unfortunately I just completely messed it up there. Look again, oh. Speaking of completely messed it up, good lord. There you go. Oh, I was going to say, there you go, you can't miss him when you're L-targeting him, but apparently I can. Repeatedly. For God's sake. I guess I must target just above his actual hitbox from the thing. How frustrating. Either way, piece of heart through there. Now, one final thing we actually want to do while we're here is, there is like a little, where is it? Here, there's a freshwater spring, and this, for the first time in bloody ages, I actually do want to gather fish from. I want to gather 4 fish, because we're going to feed those hungry bastards back out to the lab. So the deal here is, you feed them a fish, and one of them eats the fish and grows larger. When one fish reaches size 4, we win. But it's random which fish gets the fish. So this can happen very quickly in a minimum of 4 fish, or it can take as many as 7 to successfully do it. We've got him to 3 already, that big one, and there he is. So he gets big enough now that he then turns on the other fish, sucks him down, and in response gets massive, and produces a piece of heart. That actually went relatively well, and I've got 2 fish I don't particularly want anymore. Well, either way, let's get rid of them, and... So, we now need to head... We've completed Fishy Friends. Let's get rid of these fish. And now what we need to do is explore a little bit more of the Great Bay. So, if we fish up, or not... Come on, fish up. There we go. We've got 2 more little side things to take care of, one of which is potentially incredibly infuriating, which is difficult. But what we want to do is come to this new area over here. Since we're doing walking for the foreseeable future, at least do it slightly faster with the bunny hood. This says, Zora Hall ahead, out in the water. Follow the coast for the waterfall. Enjoy the wonderful ocean view. And indeed, out to the right there, shaped like a fish, is Zora Hall. But we won't be going there for quite some time yet. We've got these Zoras around here, and they say different stuff to us if we talk to them as a Zora. Hey, aren't you Mikael? Were you able to get an empty bottle from the beavers on top of the waterfall? Whoa, so wait, you're really going to climb this cliff here to get to the top of the waterfall? But how? Are you going to use some sort of tool? Boy, they're hinting hard there. Hey, Miko, you want to do that thing you always used to do? Well, we'll find out what that thing is shortly. So, we can climb the waterfall by using our hookshot up there, but we've actually got something else briefly to take care of. First, there's an enemy we've seen around here which I haven't actually really interacted with yet. They're not so bad in this game because they're not as irritating, but they are an enemy in the Ocarina of Time. But there's an important one down here because we very much do want to fight him because there's an advantage to doing so. There's a fair few skullfish down here, but this enemy here is a like. They will suck you up like that. In Ocarina of Time, they could steal shit from you. They'd steal your sword or your shield or your tunic or something like that. If you didn't kill them quickly enough, you just lost it, which was really irritating. You can stun them with the double cutter, but it's very time-consuming, so you gotta wait for the things to come back to you, which takes forever. And it's easy to just kick him, just avoids their face. But hey, drops a heart piece and a heart piece. That is right, isn't it? Drops a heart piece. Yeah. Just I was saying drops a heart piece, which sounded wrong, and then it's like, well, it's not an heart piece, is it? Fool. Either way, yes. Now what we... Oh, now to the second day. I was in the middle of doing a sweet jump, and I cocked up... I didn't cock up the sweet jump. That was actually as sweet as I hoped it was going to be. I was doing some weird porpoising bullshit there. Ah, good. You've appeared. Yes, likes kind of crop up everywhere when it's nighttime here. It's irritating, but at least fighting them from a distance is much easier as Link. You can just shoot them. It's great. A couple of arrows should take care of them. There we go. But I think they can also steal money, but I also think they give you quite a lot of money. Yeah, 20 quid. Not bad. Right. Anyway, to proceed up here now, we need to basically just use our grapple hook onto these trees. And this bit really does remind me of... Oh, I really thought I'd fallen into one of the anus monsters there. Oh, I realised I wasn't talking. I should have been talking. Because I was just trying to get back up. And then I realised I'd got beyond where I was before. Oh, there's some money here, I believe. But yeah, this bit also reminds me of, is it Diamond Step Isle? There's one of those ones in Wind Waker where you have to like climb up it using a hookshot on trees, and it's quite cool. That's probably actually, if anything, a reference to this, because this is about 4 years before the Wind Waker. Anyway, our final bit we want to go is up there, and time to be introduced to two of the most ridiculous characters in the game, and their incredibly arsey side game. Mini-game, I suppose. Oh, it's a shame. This place has quite nice music in the day, but there's none in the night time. If you hop in, yes, you'll see there's this mad beaver beavering around. And if you come up to him, try and talk to him, and he will sink down to the surface. Oh, did he sink down? Oh, he's thinking about it. Do I actually have to target him? Yeah, you target him, and he'll swim down to the bottom to try and get away from you. Not understanding social cues at all, we should drop down on top of him as well, and once again, speak to him. You again? You can't fool me with your green clothes. You want an empty bottle, don't you? You never learn your lesson. Cool. Okay, I'll give you one. But only if you can swim through all the rings in the river in under 2 minutes. So, do you want to try? There's a total of 20 rings. You must swing through them all in the right order for it to count. Swim through the ring that's rotating. I'll show you the way, so follow me and don't get separated. So, this game is in itself not too difficult, in its first instance. And I guess the important thing for you to note is that I'm saying in its first instance, because there are multiple instances, of course, why wouldn't there be? Oh, and it's a great start already. This is made basically very difficult by two things. One is how jakily Zora Link handles underwater, and number two is that swimming through these rings provides a real problem. For a reason that you will see as we go forward. But, as I say, it's relatively straightforward in its first iteration. You've just got to follow him. You can use the special dash ability almost constantly, because you'll notice going through these does not recharge your magic, but going through there's pots all around the place, and if you hit one of them it will recharge your magic, and that's pretty nice. You've got to hit them at speed. It's just so easy to fly off in the wrong direction while using this damn thing. But yes, if you hit those pots at speed you will crack them. You can't catch up with him, and so the reason I'm dashing here is actually to encourage him to perhaps move a little... I porpoised over it. Move a little faster than he otherwise would. This is the problem with this. It's just... Zora Link handles terribly in confined spaces, and this place happened entirely in a confined space, and... boy, is this the one that'll fuck you over later. The camera's not great, and the rings are solid. And a lot of people, when you first, playing this, you don't necessarily realise, but they are solid. If you are swimming like this, you will bonk off them and be kicked out of your dashing, and it's really irritating. This first iteration, as I say, is easy. Unfortunately, there are 4 iterations of this game, each slightly harder than the last that you have to do. It's the same course almost exactly, but you just have to do it again under slightly more difficult conditions. As long as you've been dashing to catch up with him here, you should pretty much be fine. Because we've only got 2 left to go, and then 1 left down here, and then we're good. Ugh, that was perfect. That's not good. Did you call me little brother? I called you big brother. Actually, what? An empty bottle? Yes, an empty bottle. Don't worry, little brother. To you, it's just an empty bottle, but to us, it's a precious treasure. I can't give you one just because you beat my little brother. We can't just give you one. I'll give you one after you race me once more against me this time. I butchered that pretty badly. So, will you try? The rules are the same, but this time there are 25 rings. Don't fall behind. So you just have to be a bit more maneuverable, but it's not particularly exciting. I will put the speeder on and go through it. See, that's what I was talking about with bloody bonking off the edge of it there. Like, you just don't really expect them to be solid, and they have annoyingly difficult edges. And the camera's garbo. It's just, it's problematic for so many reasons. And it'd be fine if you just had to do it once, but you have to do it 4 damn times. As you can see, we've got plenty of time left. We've got 2 minutes to do it. There is margin for error. It's just frustrating, but not too difficult. He did it, little brother. Yeah, he did, big brother. There's nothing we can do, little brother. This is a mess, big brother. And they give you a bottle. Barely worth it. Oh, but we're not done yet here. Oh, no. They give you... Race the Beaver Brothers. God, that's difficult to say. And you'll notice that doesn't go away, which means there's more things to do. So, if we go over here and speak to them once again... Ah, he's back, little brother. Yeah, he's back, big brother. But we don't have any more empty bottles, do we, little brother? No, we don't have any, big brother. If you say you still want to race, though, that's fine. What will you do? First, you have to start with my little brother. This time, the limit is 150. Don't fall behind. It's exactly the same course as the last time we raced the little brother, except for this time you've got 1 minute 50 instead of 2 minutes to do it in, which is still incredibly easy. I'm not even going to bother with the speeder. Just cut to the end. Oh, I've cocked it up already. There's less margin for error in this one, so don't make errors like that, you fool. And now, shockingly, wow, sorry. He did it again, little brother. He did it again, big brother. That's a shame, little brother. Now race me! So exactly the same as last time. 25 rings, except this time you've got 10 minutes less. There's a bit less wiggle room in this one. This one can be a bit tougher, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You have to cock up pretty significantly and or repeatedly in order to lose your chance on this one. Oh, this is going to be kind of close. I had a couple of pretty high-profile cock-ups, and I've just never really recovered. For some reason, the camera stuck Zorling's ass, but as you can see, I made it with 3 seconds to go. There's not a lot of wiggle room, but it's pretty doable. He's a formidable opponent, little brother. You're all talk, eh, big brother? If we give that to him, I wonder if he'll leave us alone, big brother. Yeah, I want to quit, big brother. And so they give us a piece of heart. Please, let it be over. Oh, I agree with you. You're the ones who made me do this, quite frankly. Really, all of this is your fault. Either way, we are the master swimmer. We've raced the Beaver Bros 4 times. I was going to say thrice and then realised that's not a word. So we're going to hold it there for the episode. Next episode, we've got one more little bit of side questy stuff to do before getting on with the Zora stuff. So I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.